According to our culture and tradition and value of Africans, in my tribe, witchcraft is there and it is believed to be there, and it is practiced in largely in, I can just say, in the rural areas mostly. But to me, as I have grown like this, I cannot say that I've ever seen a witch, because people usually just say that my tribe, oh, they are witchcraft, things like those. There are plenty stories about witchcraft, but I have grown, I've never seen a witch. I've never seen a witch, because during the day we are the same, but during the dark, people change. People, even others, they turn. There are plenty stories about the witchcraft in my tribe. Many stories. Many. Others, they are true stories, and others, I don't know if they are true, but 99% of the stories, they are true. And maybe you are walking in dark. Maybe I can just say, let me give an example. Like at my grandmother's place, it is very local and very rural area. I can just say, if you want to know maybe something is wrong or maybe something is bad somewhere, when you are walking on the way, you can just feel even your blood. If maybe there is a witch maybe in front of you or behind you, your body will just sense, your hair will just, you feel like your hair is very sharp, like knives, and you feel your body is very cold. That's when you will suspect that something is bad. And according to my culture and tradition, if maybe you are walking in dark, maybe at night in my place, and maybe you find people in darkness, maybe on the way, they are standing, they usually just advise, they say that if you pass those people, if you find those people, you just pass, you go ahead, you don't return back. If you return back, it will be worse. Like recently, as I think some 3 years ago, my cousin was attacked, and she was a girl. She was in high school. She was attacked when she get out of the house. It was around at around 11 p.m. at night. She went out to pee. When she went out to pee, just went to the toilet. The toilets, they are outside, they are not inside the house. When he is done with his pee, now when he's returning to the house, he just saw darkness. That's a very true story. He just saw darkness, and then the other 1 second, I can just say the way she was explaining, a second she found herself in the road. When she was in the road, she was like the mind, those which if they get hold of you, they take your senses. You don't, maybe they take your memory. You cannot, maybe you cannot think. Wherever they tell you, you just do. My cousin found herself in the way, and then they just gave him a very heavy load, something which was in the sack, and they gave him to carry. He was carrying in the head. And then as I hear and as I know, those witches, they use the hyena. They use the hyena like their car. During the night they use it. That hyena, they climb on it. It takes them to their meetings. Even there is a field here. It is called the field of the witches. People were just passing through that way. If you pass through that way at around 11 or 10 p.m. at night, you will just find a multitude of people sitting there. And if you maybe you return back, you will now find them, and they will just take you. They make people dumb. You cannot talk. If you meet with those witch, you cannot talk. Now this cousin of mine, he was taken, he was carrying those things, and now they told her, climb this hyena. And my cousin climbed the hyena. They just took him a distance and a distance, a far away. He was carrying the load on the head while he climbing on that hyena. The hyena was very fast. The way my cousin was explaining, at night the hyena was running very fast. Now, the parents, they were disturbed that night when they discovered the daughter is missing. We started looking for her. We looked, and now the parents, even they contacted the pastor to pray. The pastor was praying, they prayed. At long last, they saw somebody from a distance. It was around almost getting to 4 in the morning. They saw somebody coming, a multitude of people coming, but now they were praying. They just brought him back. They left him on the way heading to the house, and they left him there and they went. Now, when my cousin was narrating the story, he was telling us that the witch, they had the laser blade. They wanted to cut some small pieces from the body so that he can just become dumb. He cannot talk. And now others, they were opposing and saying, don't cut her. Others, they were saying, just cut that guy. Remove some meat from the body, all over the body, so that he can be dumb. They were, as I think, the way the pastor was praying and the family, it gave them the confusion. Witchcraft is real, and it is being practiced, but we don't entertain. Not all of my tribe they are witches, and we don't. When we meet a witch, we don't we don't have mercy to the witch. When we get one or two, when we get hold of them, there are many stories about, you can just see even in social media, witches, they are being banned in my village. If you are a witch and they get discovered, you have been bringing maybe problems, giving people sickness, because even sometimes they find some books, maybe they have written some names, maybe they want to bewitch someone, maybe even they write even the dates, maybe they write those they have killed, they send some dangerous diseases, maybe cancer, pressure, HIV. Yeah, witchcraft is real. And when we get hold of one or two or a multitude of which, we just ban them. We don't have any option, because even if they get you, they will not spare you. They will just kill you, or maybe make you dumb. Many stories about them. With time, we are going to share more, and you will learn more.